At that moment, Henry received a mysterious call from a stranger who not only knew about the subway accident but also knew he had survived it. Henry turned pale with shock. "Who are you, Henry? You can't imagine how long I've been looking for someone like you. What kind of person? You don't need to pretend in front of me, you know exactly what's going on." "Now I know too." After saying that, the person hung up the phone. Panicked, Henry returned to the antique shop and started packing his things. He was preparing to take Abraham to a new city. However, Abraham didn't want to leave. He told Henry that running away wasn't the solution. The key now was to find out who this person was and what their purpose was. But the painful experience from before was still fresh in Henry's mind even though 172 years had passed. The thought of being captured for human experiments and having all his blood drained and organs cut open in the name of science made him feel unbearable pain despite his immortality. The pain was real and it filled him with fear. Abraham said he couldn't spend every day with corpses. Although he had an immortal body, he would eventually grow old and leave him, so he needed to eliminate the danger and live a normal life. After thinking it over, Henry decided to stay. On the other hand, Joe found a suspicious person through the subway station surveillance footage holding the very same watch she had found. She asked the technician to zoom in on the video and stared at it with wide eyes. It was none other than Henry she had just met. What is going on? The next day, Henry received a mysterious letter at work with no stamp or address. His colleague Lucas didn't see who delivered it. Henry opened the envelope in his office and was stunned by what he saw: a photo of him and a girl showing affection. The girl was his deceased wife. The photo was taken in 1955 when they attended a party together. He didn't know how the mysterious person got the photo, but it was clear that their intentions were not good. There was also a newspaper clipping, proof usually used in mathematical proofs, meaning to be proven. When Henry saw the content on the bottom of the clipping, he immediately understood and went to the morgue to pull out the conductor's body and took a blood sample. Since the mysterious person killed the conductor, they wanted to prove whether Henry could die or not. Finding out what poison they used would help identify the mastermind. The most convenient way to find out the poison was to use the dead man's blood. Henry decided to use his immortality to test the poison and find the answer. After Abraham injected the blood into his body, within 5 seconds, Henry experienced a process so familiar it was almost unbearable. Then he was brought back by Abraham. Fortunately, he discovered that the poison came from the aconite flower. This poison acts very quickly and can enter the bloodstream just by touching the skin, causing stomach burns and lung bubbles. However, before he could take any further action, Joe arrived with her team and invited Henry to the police station to have a chat through the watch they found and the items discovered in the basement. The police concluded that Henry was the one who poisoned the conductor. At that moment, Henry told Joe about his discovery of the aconite flower. According to the quick onset of the poison's effects, he believed the killer must have been on the subway. When he was talking, he suddenly realized something was wrong. How did he end up implicating himself? The police thought the same way, which is why they asked him to come back for investigation. Henry said if he was the one who did it, why wouldn't the autopsy cover up the facts and instead say the conductor was poisoned? This kind of self-incrimination action was not something he would do. Joe thought his analysis made sense. The police currently had no concrete evidence to prove it, so they had to let him go. Henry thought they must have missed some important information back at the studio. He and his colleagues carefully examined the conductor's body and found a needle mark behind his ear along with a clear fingerprint clearly left by the killer. The next day, Henry delivered the evidence to the police station hoping Joe could find the killer quickly based on the fingerprint.